Go ahead and start this. All right, so the purpose of this whole Zoom that we're doing right now is because Montana and I thought people were not getting the questions answered that maybe they needed to, or they were getting help, but when they were getting on these Zooms, the pace wasn't matching. People learn at a different pace, and feel like maybe when we were doing these Zooms, we were kind of going through the stuff too fast and people weren't grasping it. So I wrote down when I posted in the group the other day to ask what people were having problems with. The reason I did that was so that I can actually, I got her account that I'm logged into right now, so I can show you exactly what to do instead of talking about it. So hopefully that will help you guys out. Where did I just go? Holy cow. I'm already lost. There I am. Okay. I was making sure I was logged in. I was like, where did the Zoom go? I just lost it. But, okay. Exit out of this real quick. Holy cow, I got so much crap open. Let me shut this real quick. All right. Come on, Hot Rod. All right, so the first one was finding new people to message. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. Bam. All right. So, like I said, the first one was how to find new people to talk to. And I know we've talked about it and we've said, yeah, just go to group pages and then like add people, find your hobbies and stuff, okay? But some people probably don't know how to use Graph Search, which is a little search bar at the top of your Facebook to find these groups or to look for people to add, potential distributors, customers, whatever it may be. So what I'm going to do is share my screen for you guys so you can actually see how I find people for Montana. Where's it at? Where's it at? Share screen. Share. Oh my Lord, can you guys see it? Yeah? I'm gonna assume you guys can see it. So, all right. Oh, look, there's Christina. I was watching your live video, Fat Fighters demo. All right, so what I do when I come in here to find new potentials, oh God, I feel like you guys can't see me. Can you guys see me? What I'm doing?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so what I do when finding people is this little search bar up here, it literally will answer all your questions. It's like, it's amazing. So one thing I just searched for recently was groups that have single moms, right? Just type it into the search bar up here, click on pages, and here's a bunch of pages with single moms, right? So what I'll do, I haven't actually done this one yet. This is something that I was looking at or looking through earlier. So I would go, let's just say this one, right? Single mom support group. Like the page. And then I would just look at people's comments, you know. I think we face many of the same challenges. If God was put in your heart to write this, you have the tools necessary. Okay, so something like somebody commented on here something nice, or I would just go through and like people's comments, you know, and maybe respond to them. You can actually, when you send somebody a response, like, let's see if we can find a good one. I'm proud to be a mother with this mother definition. No, blah, blah, blah. Actually take all their stuff away, make them pick up. Okay, so say I was the comment on this, right? I would just go here, even if I liked it, right? Just go here and add her. She's gonna be like, oh, cool, she's in the support group or the single mom support group too. Liked my comment and sent me a friend request. She's probably gonna accept, right? So that is one thing. Say you're like Montana and you're into purses, like, oh my gosh. Go to Michael Kors, right? Michael Kors page, where's that? Bam, I already liked it. I messed with this a little bit, quite a bit. It doesn't get as much engagement as you would think it would for being Michael Kors. So, nice, whatever. Very nice course. What? No. Look for some good comment. That looks like somebody that's spamming up there. Oh my God, me too. Sorry, I talk to myself a lot. But so like this person, oh, I love Michael Kors. I'd be like, oh my God, me too. You know, and send them a friend request. That way, when you guys start talking, this is just a way to bring people onto like your personal page. New people that you have that are like-minded. You both like the same thing. So you can connect on some level, whether it be Michael Kors, be like, hey, I've seen you on the Michael Kors page. You know, that's awesome. And then you can get into what I call, I think I'm going to jump the gun on that. I'm going to hold off on that one a little bit. So that is one way to find new people to talk to. It's endless. You can search for anything, whether if you're into freaking comic books or movies or, you know, I don't know, like purses and cars, whatever. There's pages for everything. So you can literally go through there and you'll just look at people's comments, engage with them, send them friend requests, and they're going to end up accepting them. They're going to check you out, especially if your profile is on public. They're gonna go through your profile and be like, oh crap, what does this person do? You know, see some results photos, see that you're working from home. Don't message them. When you send them this stuff and they accept a friend request, just message them and be like, yeah, I sent you the friend request. You know, after they accept it, don't message them and be like, hey, you want to work from home? Hey, you want to buy some weight loss stuff? No, don't do that. That's not cool. They're gonna be like, hey, you want to get removed? You know? So let's not do that. When they accept it, just simply send them a message and be like, yeah, I've seen you on the Michael Kors page. I like connecting with new people, like-minded people, and just leave it at that. You know, go through their Facebook profile, write them down on a list, start engaging on it. Speaking of that, speaking of the list, I know Celeste was probably getting ready to bring it up. Like, hey, what are you talking about lists? You ain't even showed me nothing yet. So, friends, scroll down. I'm going to make this bigger. You guys can probably barely see that. All right, so you're going to scroll down, click on friends right here on the left-hand side. You got to do this from your desktop. We have not found a way to do it from the phone yet. If you guys know, that'd be awesome. You could teach me because I don't even know how to do it from my phone. Create list. Man, she's got a lot. A lot of these are self-made. Facebook like categorizes it for you. List name, awesome list 1. Right? Don't put any members in there. There's an easier way to do it. So what you're going to do is just create. And that's going to bring you to this, add friends to list. And then you're going to go through. You can make your list like, to make it really simple to where you know where to connect to people with. If you have, what was I going to say? Oh, so the people you added off of Michael Kors, right? You can make your list name Michael Kors. And all the people that you wrote down that you connected with that accepted your friend request, you can add them to these lists. So when you talk to them, you'd be like, yeah, I remember seeing you on the Michael Kors page. So it's not just random. They're like, how do I know you? And you're just like, I don't know. You can actually tell them where you know them from, you know? So you're just going to add people. I'm just going to take some random people, you know? Just add people in there. And then when you go through, take like, I put 50 people at a time in there. Why did I not click something right? I probably didn't. Yeah, I did. Finish. All right, so go back down to friends, and those people will be in there. Awesome list 1. What did I just click on? My computer's freaking me out right now. Give me a minute. Awesome list. Oh, that's why. Friends. Awesome list. Oh my gosh, why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. You're supposed to click on it and it should give you an option to add more people, but I don't know why it's doing that. See how many times I can click on it and do the same thing. No, but really, add everybody in there that you can from the Michael Kors, weight loss, whatever it is. Throw them on there. then, like I said, you'll know where they're from. You'll be able to start the conversation. So one of the ways that I start a conversation with somebody, and it's really easy to remember, is a lot of you might have heard of it. Some of you probably haven't. It's called FORM. I learned this from Chad. Probably, actually, it's in my notes. February of last year. So FORM. Let me get out of this. This is freaking me out. I don't like being on screen share. All right. So FORM. It's family, occupation, recreation, and message. That's what it stands for. Again, family, occupation, recreation, and message. So this is the reason that I use this, and Chad told me to use it, is because a lot of new distributors or even seasoned marketers or distributors, when they get a lead or somebody interested in it, they tend to jump the gun and go straight into talking about the business. Or, hey, have you ever tried working from home before? And they're like, no, leave me alone. You know what I mean? It's kind of spammy, and people hate that. So when you go through this, something easy to remember: family, occupation, recreation, and message. You can go step by step. Now, don't just ask them questions and be interrogating about it, Just be like, hey, where are you from? This is part of family. You'd be like, where are you from? Or where did you go to high school? If it's somebody, from your state that you might know or whatever, or somebody from your state, you know where they went to high school. But how many kids do you have? What are the names, ages? You can go through any of that. Are you married? What's your spouse's name? Get on the same level as them. This is about connecting with them. You're building rapport. We're not cold messaging anybody. We're trying to make new friends. We're trying to make new relationships. You got to think of sales and building this business as a relationship. So if you're getting into a relationship, you're not going to go straight to, some messed up. You're not going to go straight to going to the bedroom, right? You're going to get to know somebody first. So same with the business. You're not going to go straight to, hey, buy my stuff. You're not going to do it. You're going to get to know them for, oh my God, go away. She's got so many notifications. Get to know them first. Sorry, I got distracted for a minute. Whenever they respond, whatever their response is what your next question or your next answer is going to be based off of. So if you ask, are you married, or what's your spouse's name? You'd be like, yeah, I'm married too, 5 years, whatever. How many kids do you have? What are their names and ages? Oh, that's awesome. I got 3 kids, 6, 4, and 3. Well, 7, 4, and 3 now. Aren't they a blast? Or I wouldn't trade them for a thing, just hold the conversation. Don't be interrogating. Occupation. What do you do for work? What do you like about your job? What do you like least about your job? How long have you been working there? How do you get started? How did you even think to get started in that field? Those are all questions you could ask to get to know about somebody's job. Now, when you're asking these questions, you're going to either write down on a piece of paper, or you're going to keep a mental note about all the negative things that they're telling you. The point of this is to pull out all of the negative you can about their life, because you're going to provide a solution for that later. That's the whole point about this. You can't provide a solution for something you don't know the problem to, right? So if you're going to talk about financial freedom to somebody, why are you going to do that if they have the financial freedom they want, but they just don't have the time freedom? Maybe they work too much. That's the reason for these questions. Hold on, I see some stuff in the chat. We address the difference between being public or private for people and how can it affect. Okay. The difference between being public and private. Oh, you're talking about the profile. Wow, I just had a brain fart. Okay, so keeping your profile public is, I don't want to say you have to, but you kind of do, right? And the reason I say that is when you go through these pages, like the Michael Kors pages or weight loss pages, single moms pages, when you go through these and you send somebody a friend request, their first instinct is like, let me see who this person is. If everything is private and they can't see anything, they're going to be like, fake profile, or this person's just going to spam the heck out of me. So you keep it public so they can see you're an actual person. They can see your positivity. If you have sex, drugs, and cursing on your page, then they're probably not going to accept your friend request, because I wouldn't. I would be like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Get a handle on your life, bro. So, yeah, that's the difference between the two. Keep it public. It makes it all easier. Even if they're not friends and they're not following you, they might still be watching you. without you even knowing it. Say thank you, extending my friend request. When I first joined, I've done that, doesn't work. You're exposed to more people and more prospects if you're public. Very true. I have men friend requesting me all the time. Oh my gosh, friend requests. Okay. All right. These friend requests, how many of you guys, by a show of hands or whatever, how many of you guys have got a ton of friend requests in the last week from random people you've never even heard of before? Like all your friends request, right? Okay, don't accept those. They're all fake. Every one of them. There's a new company. This is why I love Rosie. There's a new company called HQ Solo Ads. They do some sort of traffic with fake profiles. One person can have 10 different profiles. So you could get like 10 different friend requests. It might be the same person. You're never going to sell anything to these people. They're never prospects. They're never interested in anything but getting onto your page, seeing what you're about, and whatever the reason behind having 10 different profiles for this company, I have no idea. But that's what they're doing. Everybody in the network marketing industry is getting a ton of friend requests, and they're like, it's annoying the heck out of everybody. So if you have no mutual friends, or even if it's 2, look to see who it is, and then look to see how many friends they have, because they're dumb. They keep their friend – well, I keep my friend request. I just called myself dumb. But they keep their friend requests open, right, and they have like 7 friends, right? And you're just like, no, dude. So when you get those, check them out before you accept them. I would hate people to get their friend request or their friend list maxed out of all fake profiles. That would not be cool at all. Anything else? No. Okay. Let me close this out real quick. All right. So I left off on occupation, family, get to know about their family, their occupation, recreation. Like, what do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? You know, what kind of where would you like to vacation if money wasn't an issue? You know, you could just be like, hey, so, all right, question. I ask everybody this. If there was one place you can go in the world and money didn't matter, where would you go? And when they tell you, you write that down. Because if they have time with their family and they love their job, right, and the only thing is they just can't take the vacation they want, yeah, you can use that. So what are some of the favorite places in the world? What do you do to relieve stress? What's the most exciting things you ever done? You know, just ask them random questions. You know, try to get to know them. Like I said, pull out the negativity. Once you get done with those 3 categories, the last one is message. Once you've built the rapport with somebody, the message portion of form is really – hold on. What? I don't know if she's on here or not, but I'm getting messages. I'll cover that. God, let me mute that. All right. So message is transition toward booking a meeting or, you know, booking a meeting with somebody or a next exposure with somebody. That's the reason for message. So a good way to transition from those last 3 categories into message, setting up your next meeting, would be like, hey, I couldn't help but remember you saying that, you know, you hate not having time with your family, or that you didn't have the amount of money that you wanted and you'd love to make more, or you can't vacation, you know, whatever the negative things was, you just be like, hey, I couldn't help but remember that you said this, and then just be like, so let me ask you a question. If I could get you a spot, and I'm not guaranteeing anything, would you be open to the idea of earning some extra money part-time from home? If they say yes, be like, cool. Would you mind if I get your number? Would, you know, if they're not on Facebook, if they're in person, that's what you would say. But if they're on Facebook, be like, all right, cool. You wait a day and be like, hey, I got you that spot. You said you wanted to make some extra money. I ended up being able to get you a spot on my team. So start talking to them about the business. That's all you got to do. Tell them your story. Don't tell them facts about the company. Don't be like, hey, we're a Fortune 500 company. We went debt-free when the market was crap. Tell a story, your story. Hey, I used to be broke. I used to be in the same situation you're in, the same position you're in, and this is how I got out of it. I didn't have the money to start, so this is what I did. You're trying to get rid of objections, and you're trying to get rid of all the questions that they're going to have with your story. So when you go into it, think of any objections that you might have from somebody and start throwing that into your story. Yeah, I didn't have the money to start, but then I thought, if I don't have the money now to start, am I going to have it next month? Probably not. So what am I doing? What's your plan to get out of your struggle? Do you have one? Because I didn't either, and now I did. I took a leap of faith, and I joined this business. And now I'm, you could say I'm a six-figure earner, or I'm making $1,000 more a month or $500 more a month, whatever it is. So keep that in mind, that if you are getting a lot of objections, you're probably somewhere in your story, you're probably not hitting those points. Because if you are, you're going to get the only objection that we get now is not having the money. People don't have the money. They don't have the money. So the only thing you have to worry about is being like, hey, I was in the same situation, but I got to thinking, and I'm in that situation every single month. And if I don't do anything about it, I'm going to be in the same situation next month. So why don't we get you out of that struggle and help you get you on your way to financial freedom, or at least freeing up some space and, some wiggle room? Does anybody have any questions so far? I know I'm over here rambling and talking. I can do it all night. Any questions at all? Okay, cool. All right, so what was the next one? Okay, said I'm posting. Somebody's about to say something. I heard somebody unmute themselves. Hello. Hello, Pulpit. No? You want to say anything? Okay. All right. Christina, what's that face for? All right. What was the next one? People, one of the things on there was people aren't liking my posts. I'm posting all the time and people aren't liking my posts. Believe it or not, when we get customers, a lot of them aren't liking the posts. They will message, or they're still watching. They'll watch you day in and day out. They'll never like it. They'll never comment. People don't like to be the first ones to like or comment on something for whatever reason. They don't want to be like, dang, am I going to be the only one that needs to lose weight? That's exactly what's going through their mind. Or I don't want everybody to know I'm wanting to lose weight. So you have to keep posting. That's the only way. If you're not posting and your mouth is closed, your business is closed. So you have to keep posting, because when you bring in those people off the pages, or you bring in people off your business page, that's what you want them to see. You want them to see the weight loss over here. You want them to see the opportunity over here. You want them to see options on your page. You don't want them to just see funny meme, awesome video, and they're like, that's not going to do anything for me. So you got to keep posting. Whether you think people are watching or not, they definitely are. We've had people that have watched us for a year that ended up joining and never liked a single post. So how to message people. Kind of covered that already. Form. Remember to do that. Try using it. Stop cold messaging people and being like, buy my stuff or join my team. Hey, you want some extra money? And they're like, sure. Okay, join my team. I'll tell you about it later. Can't do stuff like that. One of the things, but why am I having success at the beginning of the month and not the end of the month? That's actually really simple. That is your mindset. It's all mindset. The beginning of the month, at the end of the month, everybody's like, dang, that was a great month. I just promoted, or I was so close to promoting. And then they're like, you know what? Next month is going to be so awesome. I'm going to rock it out next month. I'm going to do my thing next month. And then for the first 10 days, they're killing it. And then it starts slowing down, and then there's like, what happened? Why am I not signing anybody up? And it's like, well, you probably lost your excitement already. That's what I see with everybody. They lose their excitement. If you guys haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, you have got to watch that movie and watch what he talks about. He actually has an entire course that I went through. It took me a week to complete the whole thing. It was like hours upon hours about tonality, right? Tonality is the fluctuation in the tone of your voice. Getting quiet, like you're about to tell them a secret or something, raising your voice and being excited. If you're on the phone or you're sending voice messages, which you should be doing, people can't hear your excitement through text. They just can't. That's why Montana uses voice message. So when you're talking to people, sound excited. Like you actually love what you do. Not that you're talking to them just because you have to, because dang it, it's another lead. All right, let me talk to this person. They're probably not going to join, but let me talk to him anyway. That's the wrong mindset to have. Be excited when you talk to people. Juby's looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Be excited when you talk to people, you know? Be professional. Don't just be like, yeah, bro, I sign up all kinds of people all day. You know what I'm saying? No. Be professional. Who wants to join you when you're over here like, what's up, bro? You want to join my team? And they're like, no. You know? Be excited. Be professional about it. This is your business. When you talk to potential distributors, stop trying to convince them to join and actually treat it like they're in an interview. It's your business. So when you go through that whole form process, that is you getting the negative out of their life, right? Trying to fix it and being like, is this person going to be a good fit? Now, when you talk to them, you'd be like, how many hours a week do you have to do this? Or this is just one way to do it. This is how I talk to people. You know, Montana does everything with her story, everything. She will throw them the video talking about her story. And then whatever they come back with, whether it's I don't have money, okay, I was in the same boat. It is so important to remember form, excitement, stop trying to sell people, cancel all these objections with the story. Stop waiting for objections and answering them as they come. That gets you nervous. You're just like, oh my God, what are they going to say next? Stop doing that. All right, we're talking to people. We're not selling them on anything. What was the next one? Talking to guys. Oh, Lord. I don't talk to guys about joining this because I don't like them. Just don't. I don't like my own gender. I want to be Bruce. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. But anyway, seriously, I don't talk to guys that look at Christina. She's like, did you really just say that? No, but seriously, I don't talk to guys about this at all. If you want to talk to guys, it's simple to talk to guys. We don't bring them in here because the last 3 or 4 we've had have ended up hitting on the distributors. So we're just like, nope, done. Get out of here. So we don't talk to them anymore. We don't bring them in. And when Vincent brings people in, if it's a guy, they go in a separate guy chat, and they don't even meet any of the women at all. He's totally serious. He's just like, don't talk to them. You guys stay over here. And they're like, okay, bro. Seriously. But if you got to talk to guys, they're simple. Tell them what they got to do. They're going to do it. Be like, yes, I work from home. This is what I do. I can show you exactly how to get there. And that's all it takes for a guy. Women, emotional. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Women are emotional. So you got to touch the emotions with the story, right? It's the whole point of the story. I was in the same boat. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. You guys are just I'm totally kidding. But no, seriously. Women are more emotional when it comes to talking to them. You got to hit the emotions more. Guys, simple. Tell them what they got to do. Yeah, I work from home. This is what I do. And they're like, cool, let me get in on this. We don't really care. We're just like, I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next one was why people don't join me the first time I talk to them or when I talk to them. Hardly anybody's going to join you the first time you talk to them. Very rarely. When we have people sign up, if it was like last month or the month before when the whole top enroller, top 5 enroller, all of those people, actually I won't say all of them, probably 95% of those people were from the month before when we talked to them. So when you talk to people, don't think, hey, I'm going to sign this person. And don't get disappointed when they don't. Get excited because they just got thrown on a list to follow up with. Fortune's in the follow-up. So if you're getting disappointed about people not joining your team when you first talk to them, that's a no-go. You shouldn't be. You should be excited. I see. What is that? You have to manage your expectations about that so you don't keep getting exactly. So you got to know when you go into each conversation that they're not going to sign up right away. When you're talking to a customer, they're probably not going to buy right away. You just got to know that when you're talking to them. But you're still going to go through the same steps. You're still going to go through helping them because they're going to keep watching you now. Excuse me. They've already messaged you. They want to work from home. They want to lose weight. Whatever it is, they want to tighten, tone, and firm. You know that already. So if they don't buy or join right then, they're still watching you. But eventually they will join you or they will buy from you because they've already messaged you about being interested. They already know it costs something. You already talked to them. So just sit back, follow up with them, whether it's 2-3 days later, a week later, or like, sometimes Montana gets a wild hair going and she'll just like the next day, she's like, hey, what's up? You do that too. Follow up with them. Stay consistent with your follow-up. And when you follow up with them, don't just be like, hey, are you ready to join now? I talked to you the other day. Be like, no. Message them and be like, hey, how's your day going? Or, hey, I talked to you the other day about you joining the team, and I realized I didn't even know anything about you. That's a way to start a conversation again. And then you can go through form. And you'll be like, oh, learn more about them, connect with them, build rapport with them. That's how you should be following up with people, not, are you ready to join me now? Okay, what about now? What about now? No. It's not, can you hear me now? You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I think everybody gets so focused on selling and making sales and making money and building their team, and they lose focus of building their relationship with somebody, making new friends, helping people. That's what this business is built on, is helping people, not making sales. Of course, you got to make sales. It's going to come anyways. That's how you get the sales, is you help them. You show them you're interested in helping, that you really want to help them. When you ask questions, you've got to listen. Be an active listener, because that is probably the most important thing when talking to somebody, or in any aspect, whether it's a relationship or sales, is active listening. If you're not actively listening to what they're telling you, and you're just going through the motions, through the steps, and you're not paying attention to what they need in their life, then it's not going to work for you. You're not going to have anything to work off of. They're going to be like, this person doesn't even really care what I'm saying right now. They're just asking me a bunch of questions. No. Be an active listener. All right. Next one was talking to customers. How do you talk to customers? Okay, so if somebody's interested in wraps, they probably won't be buying wraps by the time I'm done talking to them. And the reason I say that is everybody has this, stop it. Montana, I hate your profile. If somebody messages you and says, hey, I'm interested in the wraps, I want to buy some right now, your first response should not be like, sweetness, here's my website, this is how you order it, and go buy it. No, that should not be what you're doing. Okay, you want wraps, why? What are your weight loss goals, or what are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? If they want to lose 20 to 30 pounds, wraps probably ain't the way that they need to go. So when they say, I want to buy some wraps off you, why? What are your weight loss goals? And they tell you 20 to 30 pounds, be like, okay, do you drink a lot of caffeine? They say yes, ThermoFit's out of the picture. Now you got to go through the It's Vital Nutrition, or It's Vital Core, sorry. You go through It's Vital Core Nutrition, greens, fat fighters. Those are things you need to talk to them about. And you tell them why. Okay, well, you want wraps, and you want to lose this weight, though. Wraps aren't meant for weight loss. And they're gonna respect you a lot more, because you're not just going with what they want. You're not just going to be like, yes, here you go, buy this. You're going to be like, hey, I understand you want to lose 20 to 30 pounds, but wraps really isn't the way to go. So you tell them about some of the products, what your recommendations are, but you'll ask them, what does your budget look like? What are you working with right now? How much could you spend? Ask them something of that sort, so that way you can come and tell them, say, the reason I'm asking this so I can come up with a few different options for you to meet your goal, or to meet your budget. So when they give you that price and you tell them what you recommend within that price range, it's really hard for them to say no, because they already told you what they can afford. They already told you they want to lose weight. You just gave them the recommendation. How are they going to tell you no now? They really can't. They can't tell you they don't have money. They can't tell you they don't want to lose weight, because then they're lying to you. So go through exactly like that. Find out what their goals are, what their budget is. How can you help them? What are your recommendations for it? That's how you talk to the customers. Anybody got any questions about that? I always get questions on that one. Christina's like a customer beast, so she's probably going to say, you're not going to say anything. She's up there munching. Nom, 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 nom. She's like, shut up. Okay. People quitting on your team. How do I keep going if I've always got my team quitting on me? Well, your team does not determine what you do. Your team does not determine your work ethic. Your team is not your why. Your team is there for you to help. You told them you were going to help them with their goals. You give them all of the tools they need, everything that you do to hit success. You give them absolutely everything they need. If they don't implement that and they're quitting, then they're not going to help you. Run with your runners and walk with your walkers. You can only do so much for people. You can't work for them. So how do you keep going if your team quits? You have to keep going if your team quits. Your team needs momentum. They need inspiration. They need positivity. That's what they need. If they're not seeing momentum and they're seeing negativity and all they're seeing is people quitting, and then you're just like, oh my God, people are quitting, and you're stressing out, they're going to stress out. They're going to be like, man, if this is happening to him or her, it's going to happen to me. No, that's not true. It's not true. One distributor can enroll 10 people and they could all be runners. One could enroll people and they could all be walkers. There's no way to control that. You got, like I said, run with your runners, walk with your walkers. I was going somewhere with that too, and I completely forgot about it. Okay, your why. Your why is what's going to drive you through all the hard times. If you're thinking about you're sitting here like, oh, my team's quitting, and you're just like, man, I really want some extra money, and you're just like, screw it, I'll just go get a job. No, that's not what you do. If your why is just because I want to make more money, that's not a why. Your why should be why do you want to make more money? For what? For my family. Why for your family? What is so important for you to make this money for your family? Was it because you haven't been able to spend time with them for a couple of years? Because find your why. That's what's going to push you through everything. It doesn't matter if your entire team falls apart. If you decide not a single customer or distributor in 1 month, the following month you're still going to be ready to rock it out because your why is going to be that strong. You should cry when you think about your why, is what Montana says, right? Cry about it. Or feel so strongly about it, like retiring your husband or your wife so you can spend your life with them instead of them spending their life with their job. That's a why. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting hung up on the rest of your team failing or not working, I should say. If your team doesn't want to work, certain people in your team doesn't want to work, there's nothing you can do about that besides talk to them and say, why did you join this? What was your reason behind this? Bring it back to light with them. Maybe they forgot and they just need a kick in the butt again. Bring it back up to them. If they're still not working, their why really isn't that strong to them, because if it is, or it was strong to them and they really wanted it, they would go do it because you've literally gave them everything they need to succeed. So the question comes down to, how bad do you want this? We can do countless Zooms over and over again, week after week. We could talk about the same things over and over again. We can do this, but what it comes down to is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to reach your why? That's what it comes down to. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's not going to happen. People might throw you a couple customers or distributors, but they're not going to build your entire team for you. It's just not going to happen. If you want it, you have to do it, and you have to make it happen yourself. If you're not getting results, it's not somebody else's fault, it's your fault. Watching everybody looking at me like, you're such a butthead. All right, what is that?
There are questions in the chat, Brian.
Oh, Lordy, look at that. Oh, no. Just kidding. Let me see. I don't even know where to start. I look at profile. You have to manage your. Can we go over how to tell people about the Loyal program? Okay. Loyal Customer Program. We don't call it the Loyal Customer Program. You can call it a monthly subscription. That's our new thing now. People do monthly subscriptions. They do it. Whether it's magazines, Netflix, it could be anything. Amazon Prime to monthly subscription. It's not scary. You've been seeing it since you were younger. Yeah, everybody has. So nobody's heard of Loyal Customer Programs. So the first thing they're going to do is, what is that? Nope. You say monthly subscription, and this is what you get. Say, yeah, what's low? When you tell them all you need to do is sign up for this monthly subscription, you're going to get 40% off. And after your third month of your monthly subscription, you're going to get free shipping on everything. And you're going to keep those low prices, 40% off, for the rest of your life. After a year, you're going to get $150 in free product. That's how you explain it. It's really simple. Don't get nervous about people asking you that question. They shouldn't hear the word loyal customer or loyal program. In my opinion, we changed it to monthly subscription just for that reason. It was because everybody's heard of monthly subscription. Nobody's scared of hearing that. They're just like, oh, cool, monthly subscription. I was already going to buy this stuff anyway. So that answers your question. Who wrote? I don't even know who wrote that. So people. Okay. Ashley. Can I talk about going over? Wait, what? Can I talk about going over the loyal customer program and how to talk to people about? Sorry. Yes, you can. You can talk about that. I would love you to talk about that.
Well, you kind of went over like the first part of it. Yeah, people don't like the term loyal customer. Like nobody wants to be loyal nowadays. Nobody wants to be hooked. Paul. Nobody wants to be stuck or committed to anything, right? So we manipulate them to thinking that they do want to be committed to something that's going to change their lives. So on top of being able to talk to people about their life goals, their health goals, what would help them, what I do is like I really like make conversations with these people if I don't know them that well. And when you explain the low customer program to them, it's when it comes down to the price, because that's the biggest thing. Comes down to the price, you want to be like, all right, so it's $99 plus shipping and tax at retail price. But, and I always capitalize, but if you do my 90-day challenge, I will give it to you for $59 plus shipping and tax. And then you list the benefits that come with that. With all of that, somebody's probably going to ask, well, why is it 3 months? Why can't I just do the first month? You're going to be like, well, listen up. Something like, how do I usually say it? Give me a second to think. I usually be like, well, think of it this way. You want to be consistent with your results. You go to the gym for 1 month, you're going to get what, like a centimeter off, an inch off. You're going to keep going to the gym like month after month until you get the results that you want, right? It's the same with the reps. You continue to do this month, next month, and after the third month, you may get the best results that you want. Otherwise, you'll order more reps or try some more other supplements. Like you make them believe that they want the 3 months, not we want them to be signed on for 3 months. Know what I mean? And I had another one to add to that. Products you don't know about. So if you work at McDonald's or any fast food restaurant or any restaurant at all, your chef or whoever's going to tell you, you need to know what's in these burgers. You need to know the menu. You need to know these plates. And when somebody asks you, okay, well, what's in that burger? You're going to list them stuff, right? And sometimes you don't know, so you're going to pull out your little menu notes, whatever that's in your pocket, and you're going to go through it. What I do is I have product codes available, and I love Google. I always ask Google 90% of my questions. And if somebody asks, okay, well, what helps with this? I'll be like, all right, give me a quick second. I just need to do something real quick, like come up with some quick lie. Like, I'm dealing with a customer right now. Let me finish signing them up, and I will get right back to you. But I'm actually looking into my product coach, like, what is this and that? And of course, I don't know what this is right away, but the more you talk about a product or the more you look it up and start writing about it, the more you know about it. And people sense when you don't know about your products. They really do. I could just pull up some line and be like, dude, the Fat Fighters work. Like, they work so much that if I could yell it out of my voice right now, like it works. Like, they feel when you're confident and when you're not confident. So you just got to be confident, even if you don't know about it. Tell them you got to deal with the customer real quick, and you'll get right back at them. Find your confidence and whatever that product is, and get back at them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Absolutely loved it. Might be some of our. Do we drop rank? No. Okay. Might be a dumb question, but if some of our DTs or LCs drop off, do we drop rank? Well, LCs possibly. Distributors, absolutely not. We are not a pyramid scheme, and we are not a multi-level marketing for the most part is people joining and you making money off of them joining. Not over here.
What are you on to?
Hold on a minute. Oh my Lord. All right. So, like I was saying, we don't go talking to people and be like, hey, join my team. All you got to do is get people to join and you're going to make money. That's not what we do. We are an actual company. We are customer based. We make our money off of customers. That's how we make our money, is off of customers, right? The distributors portion is only a requirement to promote. So many people on your team to promote. That's the only reason you need those people, right? What crap? Where was that at? Okay, so once you hit a rank, say you hit Ruby, right? You got your 5 people, you went Ruby, right? If 3 of those distributors fall off, no, you do not lose your rank. After you get a rank, the way you maintain it is through volume, evenly distributed between 2 legs. I don't know if that's going to confuse some of you guys or not, but say like I'm a leg and Christina's a leg, okay? Or like say Juby's my leg and then I got Diane over here, right? For me to maintain double, I have to have at least 12,500 under Juby and 12,500 under Diane. I have to have it evenly distributed to get this, for 25,000. God, I'm going to start confusing myself. But no, if you have LCs drop off, yes, you could drop rank. You could lose your rank because it's all based off of volume to keep your rank after you get it. All right? I think it's like, 10,000 for diamond, 25,000 for double, 50,000 for triple. You got to maintain that. You got to maintain that volume. So, no more questions. I think I hit all the questions. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything I have not talked about yet? Anything at all? Cricket, 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 cricket. No?
Me. I put it in the chat. Do you recommend moving the LC so like, where I sit, I have enough volume pushing through me. And so when I get an LC, I feel like I need to, share it down lower to help someone who's working on a qualified leg. But does there come a time when I should keep the LCs for myself? Because I know right now I give them away and I don't get any cruise points for one thing. But that seems sort of secondary to wanting to support the team underneath me and them becoming qualified legs.
Okay, so there's a few things that go into that, okay? There's keeping your loyal customers. I can't tell you to pass them all down. I can't tell you to keep them. What I can say is you only need a certain amount to be commission qualified that month, right? That's what you need. Once you hit that point, what I would recommend doing, putting them where you need them. So what you're going to start seeing is when you get into, Emerald and above is needing your volume evenly distributed, right? If you're holding all the volume to yourself, it's not evenly distributed. So if you have volume under, say you need 10,000, right? And you got, 6,000 under one leg and 4,000 under another. You need 1,000 under that other one to keep your diamond, right? So what you need, 5,000 from each leg. So what you're going to do, you don't need any more customers. You see customer orders declining on one side, then what you're going to need to do is start placing those customers there to supplement where you're losing. And that's what we do. If we plan ahead for promotions, right? So if we're thinking we want to promote in July, like she wants to go presidential next month. So what we're thinking about right now is where's our 400 legs at? Where are we going to need them for promotion, right? We start placing them there for the following month, right? Start placing them there ahead of time. So that month, we already know this person's going to be 400, this person's going to be 400, then you can start placing them everywhere else. It all depends on the promotion, what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to maintain, if you're trying to promote, if you're going for your cab, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And then you got, like you said, the cruise, right? Well, you get a lot of points for, getting rubies popping. Filling 400 legs and getting rubies to go, you can get points like that.
True.
So, answer that pretty good or no?
Yeah, pretty good.
Anything else? Anything else from anybody? Zach over there laughing at me. Golden State sucks. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm not muted.
That's funny. No, but okay. I'm gonna end it with this. If you guys have no more questions. Oh my Lord. I can't even see any of you guys. I opened up a calendar and blocked all you guys. I don't know how I did that. Okay. So I'm gonna end it with this tonight. I had no more questions. I'm very blunt sometimes, and then some people hate it, and I get in trouble for it by Montana a lot, but I can't help it. I'm blunt. So I answered all the questions the best that I could that I got from you guys, from the people that said they needed help, right? Every one of you that are on here for a reason. If you didn't want to make this work, you wouldn't be on here, right? You have a why. That means you have a why, whether it's strong enough or it's not. Whether you're still trying to find it, you still have a why, right? You still want this to work. So I answered all these questions the best way that I could. I can't answer them any other way. Oh, God damn it, you're distracting me. I can't answer them any other way. I can't go into it. There's no secret to what we're doing. We're not doing some ninja marketing stuff over here. We're not doing anything crazy. Nothing. The only thing that we're doing is like the post that I put up the other day. People's always messaging us, how did you get Top and Roller again? Well, I was working while you were sleeping. That's what I was doing. Working while you were sleeping. Did he just dab on camera? He did too. I seen that out the corner of my eye. Distracting me, man. So yeah, I was working while you were sleeping. I was networking with people while you were scrolling Facebook. It all comes down to your work ethic. If you're actually working or you think you're working, right? You can scroll Facebook, be in the group chat, answer questions all day long, but is that an income producing activity? Absolutely not. It's not. Yes, you need to stay plugged into your group chat, the team page. You need to stay plugged into all of that, but have times that you check that. Don't live in there. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to grow your business. Like I said, people aren't going to grow it for you. So if you want it, take exactly what we talked about. I have this recorded because Teresa reminded me, otherwise I'd be in trouble again. So you need to pass this to your downlines, or you need to watch it again to get these notes, go over form, go over how to find new potentials, go over all of that and learn it. Stop selling people. Start telling your stories. Show results, personal results. If you don't have any, go get some. Remember why you started it. Stop giving up on yourself and stop letting other people influence the way that you're working your business. They don't own anything over your business. They don't own your work ethic. They have no influence over anything on you. The biggest obstacle that you have is yourself. That's the biggest obstacle you got to overcome is yourself. You're going to keep yourself from working late. You're going to keep yourself from learning new marketing strategies, from doing personal development. You're the only one keeping yourself from doing that. So if you can overcome yourself and let your why be your driving, your motivation, and you can buckle down and actually work your tail off all day, all night, whatever you got to do to reach your goals, you're going to get there. We're not doing anything different than what I showed you guys tonight. Nothing at all. Like I said, the only thing different we do is if she's sleeping, I'll be working. I'll be on. If you see her on Facebook all day and night, it's because one of us is on there all day, all night. While she's sleeping, I'm working. Mom's sleeping, she's working. That's how we do it. So go out there and take what you guys want. Stop waiting for it to be given to you, because nothing is free in this world. There's some free stuff in this world. I just lied to you. But success doesn't come easy, and it doesn't come free. It doesn't. The only way to get it is to sacrifice now so you can enjoy it later. All right? So if nobody has any more questions, I will go ahead and end this. Love all you guys. Golden State still sucks.
Read the chat.
Oh, Lord. To learn. Oh well. To learn and not to do is really okay. Somebody had a form to put in LC. What? Somebody had a form to put LC info on in the team page. Can someone tag me in the post? Nope. That's not. LC forms are also in your e-suite. No, custom made. Thanks. Lakers. Oh my God. Lakers are life. Really? You wanted me to read all that just to get the Lakers are life?
No, you didn't read out what I wanted you to read out. Not everybody can see the chat room. To learn and not to do is really not to learn.
To learn and not to do is really not to learn to know, and not to do is really not to know.
So you could be listening all night. You could be reading all night. You could be registering whatever in your brain all night. But if you don't put these things into action, you're really not learning and you really don't know what you're doing. So learn, read, watch, put it into action.
You know, that was my biggest downfall when I first started this, was I learned so much stuff. I went through freaking Grant Cardone's course. I went through the recruiting mastery for Eric Worre, Jordan Belfort's course. I went through everything. I spent so much money doing all of this, right? I've spent thousands of dollars. I'm not even joking. I've spent a few $1,000s on some stuff just to learn. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, I'm learning all this stuff. We're going to do amazing. And I walked around and was like, I got all this knowledge, but I didn't do anything with it. Did absolutely nothing. I was just like, I know it. Ha-ha. Do you know it? Nope, but I do. You know? Like she said, put it to work. Because if you don't, it's not going to work for you.
And Lakers are life.
Whatever.
Let's go.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Cavs won, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and my boy cried after they won too, so what's up?
Yeah. He lives for life.
No, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Your first trophy, right?
All right. Anybody, I'm changing the subject because I'm going to lose this. Does anybody have anything else to say? Anything else to ask? Am I missing questions again? Lakers are life was the last thing. Such a liar. All right. Well, you all have an amazing night. Thank you for being on here. If you have any other questions to anything you did want to ask here, just message me and we could talk about it there. Bye.